right, so now we're going to give you guys a little compilation of fighting off your back. You know, for beginner wrestlers, youth wrestlers, you know, being on your back can be a stressful place to be in, but the more you learn to embrace it as a challenge and learn to get, in a weird way, comfortable there while also being uncomfortable being there, because we don't like being on our back, but you have to be comfortable in knowing what to do if you find yourself in the worst case scenario in a wrestling match, right? We call it this worst case scenario because, you know, you get put on your back, you get pinned, the match is over. Your chance to win that match is done. So getting there in the practice room is okay, right? Learning to get off there is what matters. So we're going to talk about a few common positions, and I'm sure we're going to miss a bunch, but we think these will really help. So the first is, if this guy is coming half Nelson over the arm, right? So what I want to be doing, obviously I'm aware that I can't let my shoulders touch the mat. My shoulder blades touch the mat, his weight crashes on me, I'm in trouble. So I'm fighting as I'm getting turned over the whole time. I'm fighting using my core muscles, my feet, okay? Now he's trying to drive, I'm gonna start to get to my bridge, right? Coach stays strong there, right? I don't want his hips coming over my head. So I might block with my forearm, and I'm bridging, and I'm starting to turn and figuring out where I'm going to go to get out of there, right? It's not always going to be a cookie cutter type deal. You're going to have to turn, move, figure it out, okay? But I'm coming all the way up to the top of my head. To the top of my head, I'm coming up. I'm starting to bridge, and I'm bridging, and I'm moving, and I'm getting ready to wrestle out of there. Okay? While you're bridging, we'll get into our next strategy here, and that's getting one of your arms inside your body. I know we were blocking, but then we can start fighting our hands in. So coach is in on that half, right? And I'm starting to bridge. As I bridge, he's going to fight down, but notice how my left arm is now under my body, or along my chest, under his body. Now I can bridge the other way and start to throw him over me, right? In a kind of a dump truck position. You never, ever want your hands coming above your head and his hips coming following your elbow, okay? So he's got a half here, right? I'm in trouble, I bridge. If I don't think I can bridge, I can scoot and shrimp my hips. So I want to start scooting, getting my elbows in. We'll turn. Right, my arm was here, this is bad. I fight my elbows in. I shrimp. I don't let this guy step over my body with his right leg. That's not a place to be. So as I shrimp, I start bringing my knees in. We'll turn some more. I might bring my knees in here, okay? Now I'm definitely not out of the woods, but I can start getting my hands and getting under and starting to recover position. Okay, so bridging, fighting hands in, moving your hips are all critical skills to know. So again, he's on that half. I couldn't bridge. He's lifting my head up. I scoot my hips. I fight my elbow in. Okay, this knee is up. If he tries to step over, I'm going to stop him. I'm trying to fight this arm inside. I fight in, maybe I can turn down, but I got to get this hand down, right? And then I can wrestle out of this position. So I know I threw a lot at you guys there. We got fighting this half with a big bridge, elbow comes in as I bridge and I turn, okay? We talked about fighting this half. Maybe you're bridging, but you're getting your elbows in. So now this arm is coming across his body, and it's along my chest and my waist. And I can bridge again, throw him off me. And then we talked about scooting our hips. If we can't bridge, scooting our hips, getting our elbows in tight to our body, and being aware of him stepping over, right? Pushing his hips away from me. Fighting out of these positions, okay? So those are just some details to think about against the half, and you're going to see in a second how these apply to the side headlock. Okay, so now this guy's on side headlock, right, where he's got a reverse half. Okay, again, I'm bridging, and I'm starting to turn, get my hands back to the mat, float off that position. Okay, I'm back in my bridge, and my elbows are coming in. Right? My hand is coming under, this right hand. Now he bellies me back down or flattens me back out. I go the other way. Okay? So you're always doing multiple things at once. Okay? You're doing multiple things at once. While you're bridging, you're fighting elbows in to get your arms along your body. You don't want your arms out. Arms are coming in. Oh, everything swims in, right? Getting this guy coming off of us. It's got to be explosive movements, right? And just a lot of effort to get off your back. Don't be okay with getting pinned, okay? Lastly there, he has a side headlock, right? I can start shrimping, pushing his hips away, making sure I'm careful that he tries to step over here. I'm blocking. Right? I can kick this foot. I'm just getting ready to fight here. Right? Maybe I bring my arm over the head. I just live to see another day. Okay? So that's how, we can fight a half, a reverse half, which can quickly turn into a side headlock. And then we'll talk about fighting a cradle. Okay? Cradle is a really dangerous place to be. This guy's got you cradled up. You want to fight your arm in. You want to really lean hard so that he can't turn you onto your back. You're leaning hard, pushing with your feet, blocking his hips, right? Just being ready here. Now, your top hand is going to attack his lock. We'll turn some more. Your top hand's going to attack his lock here. And we're going to mule kick. Our leg is going to extend and our head's going to pull back. We're trying to break that lock. Okay, and then turn down fast. Another cradle is going to come quick, right? So we got to be ready. Right? He gets us in the cradle. Okay? Top hand comes in and attacks his lock. Squeezing and pushing on that lock. You're going to kick your leg out and pull your head back with all your strength. And quickly turn your chest down and get your hands down. Okay? And now we'll base build. We'll fight off our belly and live to see another day, okay? The next tough position to fight out of is a head and arm, especially for beginners where these types of throws are common. Okay, so coach has got me in a head and arm. We're going to rotate this way. Yep. Okay, so this is not a place to be, right? We all know that. I'm turning hard into this guy. And I'm trying to ridge more between my body and his body. I'm kneeing him in the butt. As I do that, I pull my other elbow out. Okay? And I'm trying to fight out of there. That's one option. So we'll show it from a different angle. Come around. Hop over. Yep. Coach has got a head and arm. I'm trying to pull this elbow down the whole time. It's a lot of work. As I'm doing this, I'm moving in the butt and I'm wedging my arm and even pushing him away and scooting my head out of there. Okay? So that's one option. Another option is I'm fighting this and he starts pressuring into me too much. I'm going to clamp my elbow down and lock my hands. Now I'm going to start to bridge and throw this guy over me. Okay? That takes a lot of energy, so you got to make sure you have the momentum to hit that. Okay? Lastly, coach is on the other side. Yep. Right? Sit your bottom leg through. You can think about trying to hook this leg, right? But I've heard a lot. I've experienced success with this, but also, some failure. So this has got to be quick to rolling him back through, right? Coming up on top. So you got to experiment with these. figure out what suits you and how to kind of weave all of these together. Bottom line, fight, fight, fight off your back. You keep working hard, a lot of these movements will become instinctual, and you'll just figure out, okay, this is where I move, this is where I turn. This is my timing. This is when I know where his momentum is. If it's off, off a little bit, you can leverage that and pop through. Mistakes, some common mistakes here. We kind of talked about it. One, people will push with their feet, but leave their shoulders on the mat. You're pinning yourself, that's not a bridge. Okay? When you bridge, you gotta come up, 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 and start to turn. Okay? Another common mistake. Kids will put their feet in the air. Right, coach is on me. Oh, I was trying so hard not to get pinned. You need to push with your feet to bridge. Okay? Other mistakes. Letting this guy bring your elbows out high. Remember, we're fighting our elbows in. We want to bridge from a tight space. Bridge, bridge, bridge. Okay? So those are a lot of the mistakes we see. And then lastly, it's losing composure. Right? Things are hectic when you're on your back. Everyone's screaming. Coaches are screaming. Parents are screaming. Stay calm. Right? Stay ready. Move quick. Be decisive. But stay calm. Stay composed. And fight like hell to get off your back while staying calm and composed. I know it's a little bit contradictory, but it's something that the wrestler will figure out.